Venting time. I keep making videos like this. I put this right here. My room is a mess at the moment because I just spent all my money on a bunch of new sewing material. So that's everywhere now. Let me talk now. So, as of the past 3 years up to now, that's a long time. 3 years, that's right? Maybe 2 years. Oh, my friends, people around me have noticed that I show a lot of the signs of ADHD just as who I am as a person. And, like, literally, like, I keep thinking about it and trying not to think about it because, like, of course, I don't have a diagnosis. So I don't want to just say I have it. And I'm never going to, honestly. I'm never going to just say I have it because I don't have a diagnosis and don't think I'll get one. But, like, literally, just yesterday, um, I, my friends were discussing symptoms of it, and as I was listening, I was thinking, like, so much stuff that I do that I didn't even realize was a symptom. Like, such normal stuff. Like, I guess one of them, it's a very common one, so I would imagine, like, a bunch of people who don't have it do it as well, but, like, just swaying your foot gradually, that could be one, which I guess that's why it's so common. It's just common in general. But, like, a bunch of other stuff, like, in general, like, I don't see normal people doing this. When I'm, oh, wow. When I'm just, like, in a conversation with someone, I'm standing with them. This gets worse in the theater room when I know I can be incredibly free. If it gets to, like, nothing's happening, it's just a bit too quiet, I'll do, like, a little thing in the spot. Like, mostly in the legs. Just random stuff. I don't like doing it while thinking about it. It's better when I don't, then you'll really get it. That's, like, nothing compared to what I do. Even though, of course, it's all, like... Well, not subtle. Not at all, but still. That happens. And, like, it gets worse and absolutely nothing's happening. I will dance on the spot. The slightest bit of music, I will go so intensely. Walking around something when it's boring. Boom. Random stuff. And this is, like, nothing compared to how I would actually do it if it was just, like, in the moment. Then, when thinking about it, nothing like it. This stuff is not normal. And, like, in general, like, my mind just keeps doing strange stuff, spiraling into things, and then just moving on to a new thing that makes absolutely no sense. All sorts of strange stuff. Like, it just... Like, I was waiting for one of my friends to pick me up one day. The beginning of this week, actually. And just the moment I went outside to wait. I think I hear a noise. Oh, that's nice. Anyways, well, there's a bunch of mushroom decorations in my room. Hyperfixation. That's dramatic. Yeah, I wouldn't say it's that. Probably. Let me count. 3 and 1. I would call that 1, 2, 3. Oh, 4, 5, 6, 7. I have too many, and I keep drawing them. What was I saying? I'm surprised this doesn't happen more outside the show. What was I saying? What was I saying? Oh yeah, and I was the moment I went outside to wait for my friend to pick me up. Immediately, I just started, like, with a thought out of nowhere, just started dancing for, like, almost over half an hour, because I was thinking, like, oh, the car shows up, they're all gonna see me just dancing here like a maniac, like a crazy person. They're gonna be so confused. They'll just be like, oh, car's here. I wasn't doing anything. I don't know why I did that. It was very tiring. My legs hurted after that. What's the past tense of hurt? I swear, today, now that I'm noticing it, I'm just letting everything fly free, and I feel different now. I'm acting differently. Um, but like, or maybe it's just because I'm thinking about it so much today that I'm like noticing it all happening now more than I would normally. But like, yeah, I get a lot of signs, and like every once in a while, I keep trying to talk to my mother, like, "Hey, I'm noticing signs in something. Can I please get a diagnosis at some point? I'd really like to have this confirmed." Every single time, she comes up with a new reason why I shouldn't get one. The first time, oh, it's much safer for you legally. Like, let's say in the future you get a divorce. Who does the child go to? The wife or the mentally ill person? What? I still wanted to know, but the discussion ended there. Just today I asked. She said, "Oh, it doesn't matter. If you have it, you have it. You don't need a diagnosis." That doesn't confirm anything. I asked later today. Oh, you don't need to know. It goes away eventually. No, it doesn't. Bro, my brother's like his hasn't gone away. He's 22. It's still there since like birth. It's just, and like, as I was discussing this, she literally said, "Oh yeah, when you were a kid, I noticed you had tics. Not diagnosed. They just seemed like tics." And like, when I would like hear about people who had tics, the way I imagined it was like, my friend Clara, she's recently, like 2 weeks ago, I think it was, on a Thursday, she developed a weird neck twitch. Like, it just happened randomly, but it was mostly like stress or noise oriented. It's so funny. Whenever I see it, I just instinctively have to mimic it. But like, it's not her brain just telling her to do that, and then she just can't fight it. No, it's just happening on its own. She like usually notices it like incredibly much the most of the time. But you have to notice that. Well, it's not like here. It's full. It was awful when we went to band. So when the other kids started playing the bass, awful. Um, luckily it doesn't happen on stage though. But like that's how I imagined tics were. Not the neck twitch, but like that it just happened on its own. So I won't say that I have it, but like when it happens for me, it's my brain being much stronger than me, just saying, "Do this," and I'm just not able to fight it. So I try to hide it usually. It's usually stuff up here, my face, like weird eyelid thing. Look, furrow eyebrow, cheek. Just random things like that. Just very small things. Like I'll blink like this. I feel like I have to do it, and it just happens. It wasn't like that always. That's like more recent, but like I had all sorts of things. But I don't think you can see this right now. I'm doing another one. I said it was like mostly here, but like I'm just like sometimes it's like just very general areas and other places like here. You can't even see, but I like stressing right here. I do that like on both sides. Sometimes like back here. I just kind of do that for some reason. I don't know why. It's less noticeable. Like I feel like it isn't because I can feel it. So I still try to like make it not noticeable. But the thing is, it was much more noticeable when I was younger. Like going to the YMCA when I was on the bus for it, it confused a lot of kids. I literally talked to my friends just like a few minutes ago, was it? Talked to them about this stuff. And my friend from the YMCA, who I'm still friends with, she's like, "Now thinking, when we were younger, I remember you having something that could be considered a tic." That's an image of Jim Carrey right there. But yeah, that's something my parents, both of them actually, said they noticed that when I was younger. I had a bit of a different one. It was more like my eyes would, like I would move my head, buh. And also a weird one I don't remember at all, like, which my mother did not like because it made a lot of noise, and I would move my head when doing it. So that's something, and like she never got it. She said, "Yeah, that's tics." So I asked, "What was it diagnosed when I was young?" I don't remember that. Nope, no diagnosis. You just had it. We just thought of it like that. So I will never say that I have tics, but possibly if the conversation comes up, I'll say I have a chance of it, cause like maybe I'll say that. It's like good chance, I think. Maybe I don't know. I really don't want to say for certain at all, because like I can't. I don't know for certain. Another weird thing about like back on the ADHD topic, or some other weird neurological thing, anything. Whenever someone asks me like the slightest bit a complicated, complex question, the slightest little bit that takes a bit of thought, then like I'll give a normal answer, a few words describing something. My answer, yeah. If I get an incredibly simple question, usually ones that are like just yes or no, I'll make all sorts of random noises. Not even just to that, simple things in general. My mother will say in the car, like as I'm leaving, "Love you." Like all sorts of weird noises. That's just on the spot. There's all sorts of noises I've made. So many. Got a giant library and catalog of this stuff. It took a while for some of my friends to start understanding what any of these sounds meant. These things are just like, they're entirely meant to just be inferred. Like, ask me a yes or no question, and I don't say it. I just make a noise. You should just be able to infer if I mean yes or no, even though that seems like a 50-50. You're just able to tell if you know me long enough. That doesn't seem normal, though. Doesn't seem like something normal people would do, and I desperately want to find out what do I have if anything. I just want to know this stuff, but like, I don't know. Oh yeah, nail polish. I've been thinking about this for 3 weeks. I finally did. Anyways, um, yeah. I've been making more professional lyre pins for like every kid in my theater class. I need to make 39 of these. It's probably going to take like several months. Oh well.